From the murky waters of the sportsman's paradise, stories emerge. Stories of the generations of people who have shared in the bounties of the land. Stories of communities that have persevered through natural disasters. Stories of the abundance of fish, wildlife, and adventures that create an ecosystem rich in diversity. And from the silted banks of the mighty Mississippi to the soggy marsh bottoms, from the tops of towering pine forests to the depths of the salty Gulf, human and animal have shared this fortune for centuries. Enjoy these stories as told by outdoor journalists who travel across our state, documenting the adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
Southwest Louisiana, sometimes referred to as Louisiana's Outback, is a uniquely southern adventure. Over the years, this area has been ravaged by hurricanes and storm surges. As the habitat has changed, it is still an area rich with wildlife and culture. At the heart of the Creole Nature Trail is Hackberry. Bordered to the east by Calcasieu Lake and to the south and west by the Sabine Wildlife Refuge, it's easy to see why this area is a destination for so many sportsmen and women. The crown jewel here is Hackberry Rod Gun Club, where one family has provided first-class hunting and fishing for decades.
Hackberry Rod and Gun started in 1975, just a fishing operation. My stepdad, Terry Shaughnessy, he just ran a one-boat operation out of a dock there, Dugas Landing. And in 1978, he leased his first duck land and started with 5 blinds that year.
Closed captioning made possible by Ceto.com. Become a member. I've been using Louisiana fish fry products so much, even the kids are getting into it.
Funny bag, pour and boil, a great crawfish every time.
And whether you're boiling crawfish, shrimp, or crabs, Louisiana fish fry products use the perfect blend of garlic, onion, spices, and salt for your seafood boils. So look for the bright yellow bag and pour and boil with Louisiana fish fry products. If you're lucky enough to bag a deer or a hog this season, bring it here to Double D. Double D processes hogs and exotic game and guarantees your product is always the meat you brought to Double D.
Double D Meats in Bogalusa, home of country smoked, spicy jalapeno cheddar, and other customized flavors.
Bring your deer or your hog here to Double D, where you always get your meat back in return. It's worth a drive to Bogalusa from anywhere. Double D.
Hackberry, Louisiana, about as far west and south as one can drive before crossing into Texas, and home to one of the most productive and diverse duck hunting grounds in the state.
Hackberry Rod and Gun started in 1975, just a fishing operation. My stepdad, Terry Shaughnessy, he just ran a one-boat operation out of a dock there, Dugas Landing. And in 1978, he leased his first duck land and started with 5 blinds that year. In '79 is when I just decided I was having more fun fishing than going to school. So I started fishing every day, you know, and we started 2 boats, and then we got more duck blinds, more duck property, and so today, you know, we're hunting right at 12,000 acres total. We hunt 15 duck blinds on it. have 15 full-time guides, and you know, that's where we are today. It's still a family business.
Their motto reads, "You should have been here yesterday." But in truth, every day is a great day when visiting a family-owned sporting haven like Hackberry Rod Gun. For 49 years, people have been flocking to what's touted as the speckled trout capital of the world. But as time went on, the lodge evolved into a duck hunter's dream destination.
That's what we do. We love what we do, and we've been doing it a long time, and you know, I love my job.
Nutrient-rich marshes have hosted a variety pack of ducks and early limits during a season where most of the state struggled. It's not unusual to land 6 to 8 species in one hunt.
This marsh we're hunting here, I mean, it's one of the few areas that still has fresh water. It's a freshwater marsh. And Cameron Parish, you know, it's been known that it's waterfowl. We do real well. We shoot a lot of ducks. It's really a lot of ducks here.
I think we all got a piece of him. Just really cool to see a different variety of ducks in one place. You've got some freshwater marsh out here that you don't see in a lot of parts of the state. The birds were difficult today. They didn't come into the decoys like you'd expect early season, but we stayed out here, made it work, and got a few.
Cut 'em, cut 'em, cut 'em.
I have faith in you. So I've heard a lot of good things about duck hunting in southwest Louisiana. I'm pretty much only familiar with Plaquemines and St. Bernard Parish, and today my goal was to get a pintail, or at least see a pintail, since I've never shot one before. I'd only really bagged 3 different species: dogries, gray ducks, and teal. Today we got a wide variety. I didn't shoot so great. I've been a little rusty, but I actually got what I came for, and it happened to be a drake, so I think I might get this mounted. It's a beautiful duck.
My partner in crime in the duck blind is Clyde the Glide. He's my 6.5-year-old black lab. He does a nice job. Being
a dog lover and not having a dog that hunts, I'm always very appreciative for the dogs out here that work so hard. They tend to be very business oriented, but also quite affectionate. He did a great job. He was real eager. He did a great job retrieving, and even when the ducks dove, he waited around for him. He was all business.
Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries verifies it. There's usually more ducks in southwest Louisiana than in southeast or northwest Louisiana. It's been a while since I've been here in southwest Louisiana duck hunting. I don't know why, because look what the result was.
In this part of the state, you'll find a huge variety, and the numbers too, of different kinds of ducks. We've got gray ducks, we've got teal, we've got pintail, canvasback, pretty much everything you can ask for. Captain Kirk Stansel's passion for duck hunting creates a top-notch hunting experience for both novice and advanced hunters.
That's the whole deal. I mean, we get people from all over the country, all over the world. I mean, I've taken people from South Africa, Australia, I mean, Russia, Germany. I've had people from all over the world. And we want to just show them a little bit of the culture here and just show them a good time and a great experience. You know, the ducks don't always fly, the fish don't always bite, but, you know, we're going to do the best we can to show them a good time.
Coming up next, we learn how in order to live the Hackberry way, it takes the whole family.
Well, it can be challenging working with your family, and it can also be rewarding. you know, because I mean, we have customers that come here all the time and go, how do you three brothers work together? But you know, for the most part, I would say that they've done great working as brothers together for 30 plus years. I mean, how you don't see that every day.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use what the pros use. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because, guys, it has more herbs and spices.
It has a much better flavor.
It's easy, just pour and boil.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag, pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
Find out if alternative treatment is the answer to your pet's health issues. Contact Dr. G at vetnaturally.com.
You know, Hackberry was one of the few places that actually had a great hunting season this year. A lot of parts of Louisiana, not so good. And I knocked one off my bucket list in that shot, and here it is. My very first pintail drake. Got him mounted by Troy Miller, and did a great job with this. And of course I had to get it flying because, you know, it's a beautiful bird. I was really excited about that one. It was the only one of 4 birds that came through that was a drake, so that was...
That's one of the species, unfortunately, have been below the long-term average for a long time, and limits are real low on them, and very fortunate you got one. Made a good shot on it, too.
Thank you. Yeah, I was very lucky on that one. Coming up next, we've got the captain's wife. Pauline Stansel tells us how the whole family gets together to make the business work.
I started working here in 1991, and I ran the office for 10 plus years, and then I was able to quit for 2 years. I had custody of 2 of my nieces, and then when I came back 2 years later, I started running the gift shop. It's fun to go to market and to buy stuff to put in here, and you know, it's great to see customers, and you know, it's a little tricky trying to figure out what colors and what sizes and how many you need, but it's been very rewarding and very good.
She does a great job. She's got a perfect personality for talking to customers, strangers. She don't meet a stranger. That's the good thing about her. And she's very, I want to say she's almost anal because she makes everything perfect. So yeah, she's good though. We need people like that. For sure, she's a great employee. She does a good job. We don't do a lot of stuff away from the home or business. Like we don't go out to dinner much or anything like that, probably as much as we should, you know, but I guess that's the downfall of working with your wife, because we see each other so much, yeah. We don't get near as excited when we see each other at home.
Being the wife of a charter captain has so many advantages. The work is always different. You have different customers coming in every day, and when you get tired of fishing, hunting starts. When you get tired of hunting, fishing starts. So I mean, it's just great. It's really been good.
Pauline is very instrumental. She runs this gift shop. She's on top of it. She does all the ordering and, you know, set the pricing and all that stuff. She does a great job. We just lost an employee, our office manager, and she took over and got us back afloat quick. Pauline, I mean, she's very instrumental in the business. She is definitely an asset.
It can be challenging working with your family, and it can also be rewarding, you know, because I mean, we have customers that come here all the time and go, how do you 3 brothers work together? But you know, for the most part, I would say that they've done great working as brothers together for 30 plus years. I mean, how you don't see that every day.
You know, I can see how it might be that way for a lot of people. It's not that way for she and I at all. because we like each other so much. We really do. So it's easy. It's not awkward at all. And I think it makes it easier because of our relationship. We've been through a lot, been married a long time, so, you know, it's made us stronger. So we're good, yeah.
I mean, I don't hunt and fish a lot. Whenever we were dating, I used to go hunting and fishing with him a lot. Now I do enjoy going. We have grandchildren and we love bringing them out there. There's nothing better than seeing them on the boat, and they love it. So this has been a win-win for me to be able to be part of this lifestyle.
Times are going to change, and we try to change with them, but I know that Kirk Sunbread will be stepping in and taking some sort of role, maybe even an ownership at one time, and hopefully I'm not still fishing, not still guiding as much, but you know, I'd like to see it grow, you know. I'd like to see it stay strong like it is, for sure. But man, who knows? Hopefully another hurricane don't hit. But if it does, we'll just buckle down and rebuild again, you know.
Brett, who is my son, is probably the heir apparent. Well, no, he is the heir apparent. And I mean, he's very instrumental in the decision making and everything here. And he plays a big role. And he's definitely an asset. And he'll take the business over, and I think he'll grow the business.
Welcome back to Bayou Wild. Today we're with John Foltz, chef here at White Oak Plantation. John, good to be out here.
Oh, man,
I don't know how I'm going to do as your assistant, but you can grade me after this and determine my pay scale on it. But if somebody's really looking to do something special with their waterfowl, tell us what's a good sample.
You know, I'm so glad you asked that, because so often people have those one or two go-to recipes, right, like you mentioned, the poppers and things like that. And they know how to do them well, they're comfortable with them, and it gives them an opportunity to use up the freezer. What I like to do in this particular case with these duck breasts is to brine them. And brine will not only add moisture, but it'll add flavor to the dish. People are confused about brines. Well, let me tell you how simple a brine is. We're going to use, why don't you take this and pour about 2 cups in there. That's sweet tea, just like you're going to drink out in the yard or at lunch today, and that's plenty right there. That's sweet tea. Tea has an acidic base to it. It's got flavor. It's got sugar in it. You're going to sweeten it up a little bit more. Now, to make a brine, you need salt. And people think, oh my God, that's way too much salt. But the salt is just going to interact with that meat just a little bit to flavor it up. So you go ahead and stir that.
That's a process called osmosis.
Osmosis, that's exactly. I'll tell you what, you really impressed me with that, because that's exactly what it is. So salt and sugar, the 2 things that you really need to just interact flavor into the game. Now, here we're going to put, you can use a little honey, you can use a little cane syrup, which I'm going to use. I'm putting a little honey in there.
Put a little more of that honey, and I like it sweet.
But what I really want our viewers to know is that you can make these things just with common elements around the house, and what you've created here is a flavor base, that's all. Now people will say, oh, look how much salt he put in there, look how much sugar. Remember, y'all, you're not going to have that flavor going into the duck. It's just going to slowly, and I'm just using a domestic duck here, but you can use any, as you mentioned, whether it's gray or whatever it is. You're going to put it in here. Now, I like to put it in a plastic bag. Just kind of seal it, throw it in the refrigerator. You can leave it in that brine as little as 3 to 4 hours, or you can leave it overnight if you want to. You're going to rinse it off nicely the next morning, and here it is. Start to pick up. You can see the change in the flavor. I'm going to put a little salt on here, a little salt, pepper, granulated garlic, just as I would anything else, and I'm going to rub it really good in there. Now a little oil in my skillet, and the key is to make sure that I caramelize that skin. Now I know a lot of times a lot of these hunters will pull that skin off, you know. But let me tell you what, don't do that. That's where a lot of the natural flavor is. Now the brine is going all the way through. The meat is totally flavored at this point. I can add just a little more of a touch of that pepper on this side, a little more garlic. And I don't want to rush this. I would just kind of let it go. I want the skin to crisp up nicely. And I would let it just simmer here. I can go into a 350-degree oven in a minute and let it sit. I'll put a thermometer in it, get it up to about 135 or 140. 135, you're still going to have that pink inside to it. And then the only thing I'm going to do with this now is to make a little dressing to go on top of the salad after.
Well, this is a good place to take a little break, and we're going to come back with the chef and show you how you can be a gourmet duck hunter right here on Bayou Wild.
And using the ducks that's in that freezer.
You got it. I've been using Louisiana fish fry products so much, even the kids are getting into it.
Fonio bag, pour and boil, a great crawfish every time.
And whether you're boiling crawfish, shrimp, or crabs, Louisiana fish fry products use the perfect blend of garlic, onion, spices, and salt for your seafood boils. So look for the bright yellow bag and pour and boil with Louisiana fish fry products.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
Welcome back. We're with Chef John Foltz today, and he's showing us how to prepare ducks or other waterfowl as sweet tea brine duck. And John, pick up where we left off.
Well, first of all, I want everybody to see what this looks like once it comes out of that brine. And by the way, you know, we have our recipes on our website, too. You can go to jfoltz.com or just type in John Foltz. We kind of
well, they're taping this, too. They're DVRing this.
They got it.
They got it.
Okay, good. So here we are. So the skin's going to be nice and crispy. And I just want to make sure at this point, I'm going to be honest, I like duck about medium rare. A lot of people kind of stay away from that and they want it cooked all the way. That's fine. The brine's going to add additional moisture, which makes the well-done duck taste so much better as well. So, like I said, I would go into the oven with. Now, let's make a little salad dressing real fast. Give me that egg yolk right there. You can dump it right in. And you can just, that's all I need. And then a little red wine vinegar. We make it a little, just a little vinaigrette. That little orange juice right there. And again, you don't have, you know, we making this little Creole mustard. But my guys, all the salad dressings in the store, you can go into the store and find some interesting thing that's going to be just great with this. Now, I want to put in my basil and thyme, my little onion, my garlic. You see, we're still staying with a little Cajun cooking here. You see that?
How much of that?
Dump it all. Dump it all.
Let's go with it.
Dump it all in there.
You got any more? That's some flavor there. That's some good Cajun stuff.
Now you have a little cane syrup right next to, right on the bottom right there. You can put that in. Again, we're going to put the cane syrup in. We put some sweet.
Ooh, that looks like steams, huh?
Now you're going to put half of that olive oil and half of that. And again, all of these recipes are really easy. Most cookbooks, there's plenty. And about half of that is going to be good. That's perfect. And then you have a really great vinaigrette as well. And I have some right here.
Oh, yeah.
And you see, I want you to take a look at what this looks like. Now, we've taken the duck and made a beautiful salad with it. You can put a little dirty rice under this. You can put a little pasta on it if you want to. It doesn't really matter. You know, just let your preference be your guide there. And I'll take a little bit of this dressing Just kind of
we almost there. We almost there.
Drizzle over that duck like that, and of course on the salad itself.
Perfect.
Now you see, you might want to take a piece of that duck.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
But fully cooked, beautiful, different presentation on game, and just get out of those humdrum recipes and start looking at some of these. These are really good ways to produce duck.
You will be impressing your hunting buddies, trust me. Thank you, John. Appreciate it as always.
My pleasure.
We'll be back with more. You're watching Bayou Wild TV.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Discover the taste of Louisiana that's seasoned just right, boiled to perfection, and rich with tradition. A taste that's savory, crispy, and a little sweet. Discover the taste of Louisiana fish fry products.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
We'll be back again next week with another edition of Bayou Wild TV. Come join us, Morton's Seafood Restaurant and Bar on the banks of the Tchefuncte River in Madisonville.
And check out your Bayou Wild gear. You can get it at BayouWildTV.com. Wear it in the outdoors and send us some pictures. We'll see you next week.